2025. It is 4:10 p.m. and we are at the Carson City Community Center, Robert Bob Kroll Boardroom. And this is the Carson City Culture and Tourism Authority Board of Directors meeting. Can I get a roll call?
Andrew Reno,
Here.
Stacy Giomi,
Here.
Damon Both. We have a quorum.
All right, at this time, please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Okay, at this time, I will ask for any public comment. Okay, hearing none, we will move on to item 5. Possible action to approve minutes from the May 19th, 2025 CTA Fiscal Year 26 Budget Hearing and Board Meeting. Can I get a motion?
This is Stacy. Move to approve the meeting minutes of 19 May 2025 as presented.
Can I get a second?
Aye.
All in favor? Aye.
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 Motion passes. Next, we will move on to the consent agenda. Would any member of the public like anything pulled for individual discussion? Any member of the board like anything pulled for individual discussion? With that being said, can I get a motion to accept the consent agenda?
This is Stacy. Move to approve the consent agenda consisting of items 6, 7, and 8 as presented.
Can I get a second? Can I get a second?
Second.
All those in favor? Aye.
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 Any opposed? With hearing none, we will move on to item 9. Let's see here. Sorry, guys. Oh, we're going to move on to item 10. Discussion and possible action regarding resolution to augment the CTA fiscal year 24-25 budget in the amount of $729,756. And with that, I will turn it over to Chris.
Thank you, Chris Kep for the record. So this is our fiscal year 25 budget augmentation. We're augmenting for a few reasons. Number one, we came in with more revenue than we had figured we would for fiscal 25. And then we also have more room tax coming in the amount of $179,959 additional room tax. We have $65,000 in additional revenue from the Cultural Corridor Grant. And then we have a bunch of investment income that we've received from the city for additional interest in the bank account. So that's the revenue side. And then on the income side, which I'm sorry, I should have said earlier, but it's on page 5 of 16. In the general fund, we have an additional $26,000, which is from an employee retiring and some leave payouts and stuff like that. And then we have a little savings because we have a different PERS plan with the new employee. And then in the services and supplies, we have about $28,000 in rent saving that we had budgeted because we weren't sure if we were going to be in the new lease at the beginning of the new year when we did the budget. And then under culture and rec, we have about $250,000 in savings. The main part of that is from the 3D grants, which is about $120K that we haven't spent that we'll be spending next year. And then we have a few things like events that we were planning to spend money on that got changed to the fiscal 26, and some trail development that we did not do that we will look into in fiscal 26. So that's kind of the general fund in a nutshell. And then the capital projects fund, page 8 of 16. We just have additional room tax and additional interest income for the general projects fund. We don't have any changes for the expenditures in capital projects because we only have a bond payment, which is a fixed amount, not based on percentages. And for the V&T capital projects, same thing. We have additional room tax revenue and additional interest income. And then expenditure-wise, we have additional money that we transfer into the general fund. So that's kind of it in a really quick nutshell. So if any of the board members have any questions, I can go into further detail.
Mr. Chair, Stacy, I just have a quick question, if I may.
Yes.
Chris, this really isn't related to the augmentation, but it is related to budget. On the cultural corridor, is that in an interest-bearing account? Are we getting any interest off of the unexpended funds there?
That is in the same account with where our money is all in the city's account. So it's
Okay.
just one of the funds. So it's just in one of the revenue funds in there, in one of the
Okay.
federal grant funds.
All right, perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, with that being said, can I get a motion to approve the resolution to the CTA fiscal year 24-25 budget?
Yeah, this is Stacy. I move to approve resolution numbers 2025-01, 2025-02, 2025-03 as presented.
Can I get a second?
Second.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? With that being said, we're going to move on to the non-action items. And due to technical difficulties, we're going to go ahead and go past that. And I'm going to ask again, is there any public comment? Okay, with none being asked, we are going to go ahead and adjourn the meeting now. Thank you.